Hmm. Hmm.
Kia ora, no mai, haere mai, talofa malo alei, kia rana, bolavanaka. Welcome back to Royal Pataha Arena here in Parirua, to Whanganui, Atara, Wellington. Day 2 of WRC2. My name is Bevin Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting. And with me today, I have to say, Huddy, this is something completely different to what I'm used to. Brad Hudson here from Huddy Sports. How are we doing, mate?
Oh, good. Thank you, Bev. It's great to be joining you again. It's the first time in 2 years since we last commentated together here at the Wheelchair Rugby Tournament, Day 2. And hope you're enjoying the toy that you've got today, which is a
Oh no,
bit of an upgrade.
I'm just enjoying the whole lot.
So, no, it's, tell us about Day 1, Bev. How did that go?
It was really good. There were some really close matches. One big blowout. It's really the best round of uh, wheelchair rugby we've had in quite a while.
Imagine there was plenty of punctures as always.
Yeah, players falling over, players disagreeing with the referee, which doesn't matter where you are, who you are. Big match up here: Canterbury Red taking on Canterbury Black.
And I believe we've got a sibling rivalry as well in this game. I think Bev, father and son.
Yeah, it's Greg Mitchell who starts us off 1-0. Canterbury Red leading.
Of course, Greg Mitchell himself, he's been in the sport for a long time. Very experienced individual. Of course, there we go. Big pressure being applied by Canterbury Red. This looks like a pretty easy try here for Ashton Mitchell. So father and son scoring the first points for both their teams.
Yeah, I'm sure Dale Mitchell's tuning in. Mother of Aston.
Fantastic facility here at Te Rauparaha Arena here in Parirua. Got the swimming pool just behind us and the gym next to us and plenty of wheelchair rugby action.
Running over, please.
Oh, okay. That's right. Just the
Sorry, folks, just trying to sort out the camera. That we've got here. Always love a weekend like this with the wheelchair rugby, Brad, that it's indoors, so not affected by the weather. Right.
one.
Yep. Early start for Sunday morning. Here's Aston Mitchell down court. And it's at 4-3. 6:49 left first period.
I think that's working better now.
Looks like it.
Temperamental. With always few things to sort out on a Sunday morning.
Edward Vincent down court playing for the New South Wales state team, part of the Nationals last month in Adelaide, part of the World Wheelchair Rugby Challenge.
Of course, these wheelchairs, Bevin, they're like armoured tanks.
I actually reckon they'd win a game against win a battle. Nice little turnover here for Red. You can see why they tend to cost about 10 grand new.
course, we don't need to worry about any Norwegian weather apps in this venue today. It's nice and dry in here.
A big shout out to those that have been affected by the floods. Nelson, Marlborough, Tasman area. All the other stuff that's been going on. It's been a wild week. Canterbury Black sitting back on the key.
Good defence there that time, and good pass by Mitchell. Through to Edmondson. Another point there for Canterbury Red. Oh, big collision there. But good run here by Mike Todd. Can he get it? Oh, he can't control it. Mitchell picks it up with one hand. Smashed. Time there by Jacinta Richardson. He comes off well. One bounce. Another point there for Canterbury Red. They're running out to an 8-4 lead here at the moment.
That's against form too. Canterbury Black are all but in the final. So
yeah. Now here goes Richardson. So easy as you like. Point for them.
an issue with the tilt. Yeah. Thank you. Greg Mitchell looking for another and squeezes it through the hole. And there's a little bit of a Bishop's timeout. Good to have you tuned in. Brad, how did you get on yesterday with the bit of code?
Yeah, we had the last round of the Swindale Shield, the first round in Wellington Club Rugby yesterday. And it was the Hutt Valley Ranfurly Shield, the McBain Shield, the 90th edition of that. And it was the defending Whitners Petone, and won it the last 3 years up against Huddle Boys Maris in what was a physical and colossal game. And Hutt managed to hang on for the win. Their first wins in the McBain Shield since 2021, and they won 30 points to 25. Petone had an opportunity at the end, but they forced a pass that they probably didn't need to, and they could have scored. But that's the way sport goes sometimes.
Oh, look, I keep saying it too. If sport was that predictable, it wouldn't be worth watching.
So. No. I know there's a big crowd there as yesterday too, considering the weather out at the Hutt Rec. It was big crowd, massive crowd indeed. So.
Yeah, I think as you said earlier on, it's just amazing how quick time is going at the moment. We're almost at the end of the regulation season.
I know, there's only pretty much a month of club rugby left, and we get into the NPC and test matches. So,
Making sure just relaying the message. 9-5 at the moment. It's going to be red. 5 minutes to play first period. Lincoln Stewart and Honor Coulson, referees for this. Honor a new second tournament.
oh well, fantastic.
As a referee, I think she's probably been to more tournaments than me.
Well, father and son clash there, and it's the young whippersnapper that has a bit more pace than his father and goes over and scores to make it 9-6.
Yeah, both teams just filling each other out at the moment. Like looking for that turnover.
Collision in the middle. A good pass to Edmondson, and just Mitchell does his best, but Edmondson had just had enough to get over and score to make it 10-6.
Yeah, I think Red's doing a lot wrong at the moment. Just good pressure from Black. Sorry, Black isn't doing too much wrong. It's just some good pressure from Red.
Easy point there for Richardson. So it's a high-scoring match so far.
Yeah, 10-7 with 4 minutes 20 left.
We're talking about big collisions before Day two started. There was a massive one yesterday. You showed me the video of it, Bev. It was a massive one.
Yeah, it's definitely the talk of the dinner table last night. Almost, actually, and it's probably the closest I've seen it to being a disqualifying foul.
Hit the equivalent of a red card in rugby.
And it's, but less appealing. Oh, nice little turnover. Oh no, is it still a turnover? Can't remember which whistles for which court here, Brad.
Well, it's harder when you're in an arena where you've got two courts underway. There is a barrier on our right-hand side of our commentary position. But still, though, sound echoes pretty loudly in here.
It's definitely not the first time I've been here. Said some great facilities. I think we've had a whistle here, maybe about the clock not starting. That's
I
what's
thought
happened.
I thought I noticed it before. It was sitting on 5 minutes for quite a long time.
Yeah, all the bench staff, all volunteers.
Mm.
Um, always teething issues for the first game,
Oh, there always is.
regardless of day 1 or 2.
Okay, we need more caffeine.
Actually did the sweat thing this morning. I ate healthy, smoothie and a croissant. So
Wonderful. Quite a smoothie too this morning as well. Spinach in it.
over on the other court, it is the Auckland Rhinos 7 leading the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede 4. Auckland are guaranteed to be in the final at 12:45 and likely going to be against Canterbury Black. Just still having some issues with the bench.
Yes, no, it seems a bit of a might be something. I think it might be something to do with the technology. I think on the sideline, maybe a bit faulty.
Yeah. John Coulson's just going to stroll over and see what he can work out.
Yeah.
Head referee for the weekend.
Well, he's even got the manual as well too, so that must have the instructions in it.
Trust me, if there's anything that breaks down in wheelchair rugby, it's usually John you go to.
Yep.
Which I should show you this brilliant video of Lincoln Stewart, Nationals 2 years ago, and running past the Aussie bench and propping over his own feet, rolls, and then gets straight back to his feet again.
Oh. Well, players here, they're just having a bit of chat with the officials. They don't look perplexed. They look pretty relaxed about what's happening.
All right, we're going to slide back in. It's 3:22 left of the first period. It's going to be red 11-8. As Greg Mitchell gets the levers going.
Sails over pretty comfortably. Actually, he's got a bit of bandage around his right calf there. The injury from yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's tough sport. His son Aston with the ball at the moment actually copped a pretty nasty back injury at WRC 1. Jacinta Richardson going close. Back in round. Trying to get there. And it's jump ball. So both players having possession. No try. But it will stay with Canterbury Black.
Yeah,
Jump balls, same as basketball.
yeah. A bit like water polo as well, when they both wrestle for it and they can't make a decision, they have to do the jump ball.
It's actually the first jump ball we've had on the live stream tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry, all weekend.
Oh, wow.
Today as well. But
Today as well, yeah. big sound you often hear in the background sometimes is the clashing of the chairs, but also there is another unique sound that sometimes you hear, folks, and that's puncture. Which been having a bit of difficulty trying to get through.
Yep, but it looks as though Canterbury Red have been penalised here for 4 players in the key. On defence, you can't have all players sitting inside the key. On attack, the player can't be inside that for 8 seconds any time. They'll spend 30 seconds instead of the old minute or a Canterbury Black try. That's something that's off the court. Made his Wheel Blacks debut at the World Wheelchair Rugby Challenge in Adelaide last month. Hudson takes it to 12-8 and Canterbury Red back to a full complement.
Very short suspension play. Well, Mitchell scores another easy point for his team.
You'll see on screen there that red line, folks. That's that marks the key. Very Red sitting back in the key, just consuming a bit of energy.
Bring them in the key now. On Hudson staying out of it, but they're doing well here. Canterbury Red to keep them out, but Richardson just gets around Barkley.
Yeah, and Simpson there. 3.5 and a 0.5. Nice hands there from Greg Mitchell. And it's out of court. Yeah, turnover. Here it is.
I don't think she's particularly happy, Richardson, about the call.
Which player is?
Yeah.
Match is over for his third in a row. 13-11, 2 minutes to play first period.
Well, Canterbury Red, they got out to big lead. Now it's narrowed back down to 2 now. Make that free again as Mitchell sails over.
Yeah, saw a lot of lead changes yesterday. And, I mean, that's what you'd love to know. Love to see.
You're also saying they have no player timeouts anymore, so
No, the old get out of jail free cards have been replaced. As they're still going to keep the ball there. And yeah, that's a great timing because you used to be able to call a timeout when you're in that spot of bother. Now you've only got 3 60-second timeouts that can be called when the ball is dead. And you're allowed 3 per half, but you can't back them.
father and son clashing. Mitchell goes over again. This makes it 15-11. Minute and a half to go. Who's the faster out of the two? It's the young buck.
Yeah, I think Greg decided that because Aston was quite far down court, conserve energy again, play some smart footy.
Of course, to spin the wheels, players have got specially designed gloves to wear.
I'll
Imagine they
come
get
back
that.
to that.
Imagine the blisters might make an appearance sometimes.
16-12, 1:04. Some of them use good old variety of garden gloves.
Garden gloves.
Yeah. To play with. Oh, there's a falcon come in the turnover. Again, it's a low point of the Copstocks.
Yep.
17-12, 38 seconds to play first period. Jenkinson moving up court. The screening going on. Very much to try and get there and can't. Progressed pretty well as just into Richardson, as I said. This classed into the sport last year at the Paralympic qualifiers. Also her debut. As Mitchell goes round, nice little hole made there by Mitchell Simpson in 18:13, 36 seconds left.
Excellent reversing skills as well.
Yeah, just great pair control.
Oh, great work by Aston Mitchell to allow Richardson to sail over. Here we go. 20 seconds remaining, 18:14. Great work that time by Andrew Edmondson. I think he stalled before we went over the line that time.
Yeah, just trying to eat up the clock, especially when it's in your favour. But that is the end of the first period. It is Canterbury Red 19 leading Canterbury Black 14. We'll be back shortly. Second period, first half coming up.
Oh, here we go.
Hoki mai ono, welcome back. Second period action, first half. It is Canterbury Red leading 19-14. With the Canterbury Black, Bevin, Jenkinson, of Best Broadcasting, Brad Hudson, excuse me, of Huddy Sports. And I actually think, Brad, that this game's actually tighter than it looks on paper.
Certainly, in that first opening few minutes, Canterbury Black got out to a Canterbury Red, got out to a big lead. But unfortunately, though, they've crawled the way back. 2014 is the score, but you'd probably think it looks a lot closer than what we saw in that first stanza.
Yeah, definitely Canterbury Black's been probably the second better team in the Division 1 this weekend, as Richardson was over for her team's 15th, her first in the second period.
Well, I've just got a message from a good friend of mine. He's watching your stream, Bevin, and he's a big fan of wheelchair rugby.
So what's his name?
Colin Frood is his name. He's a colleague of mine at my
nice.
school I teach at, and plays a bit of bocce as well. So he's enjoying watching the wheelchair rugby coverage.
I've always wanted to try bocce. I just haven't had the chance to. Pardo has it on his right wing, all over the top of Edmondson. Aston Mitchell there to join him. There to Joshua Hidden Barclay. Richardson marking, and Joshua gets there on the end. At WRC 1, I accidentally called him a few times Josh Nicholson.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, why am I calling him Josh Nicholson? I'm sure there's a Josh Nicholson who plays wheelchair rugby.
Yeah.
And then when I finally realised who it was, they look nothing alike.
Well, at least you didn't call him Jack Nicholson.
So there is that. Well, it depends on how good his golf is. 21-16, 6:57. Try for try in this in this second period. Edmondson, and it's just over half. Oh, it did until Richardson's pinched it from him. Goes right, left, in and out. And scores 21-17. First turnover. Way of Canterbury Black in the second period.
Yes, and Canterbury Red will be enjoying this period of time with Mitchell on the subs bench.
There's Fido fighting for it and knocks it out. So it'll be a Canterbury Black's ball second turnover. Bang, bang.
Well, Canterbury Black starting the better. The second stanza. Moana. Gives it out to Mitchell, who's being sandwiched by the Canterbury Black defence. So race for the ball. And Richardson wins. Good tussle there that time.
Yeah, it's showing some good pace against Huddy Barclay. Good morning to you. I can't think of your first name, sorry, but Josh's cousin that was tuning in during WRC 1.
Oh, nearly had a flip there. Another point there for Canterbury Red. So 22-18 now.
We're seeing all sort of passes yesterday. There was a couple of sunny balls out the back door and that straight to a player.
Few offloads.
Yeah.
Easy as you like here for Aston Mitchell. Goes over comfortably to reduce that margin even further.
Yeah, 22-19, 5:40 left second period. Edmondson bringing it up, asking Mitch Simpson to do some screening. Can't prevent Richardson from getting there. Still some good pressure being shown. Will back on Steeler. Mitchell being a nuisance.
Sure has been. You can see cheeky grin there from Edmondson.
Well, he's 16, I believe. But has been playing the sport for a while as Kaito. Great lot pass on the line. He was held up. But it's 23-19, 5:05 to play. Long ball down court. And Edmondson with the turnover. Just needs to convert though.
Pass under pressure there from Mitchell. And he stole that one off Barkley.
And Barkley making sure of it. He bounces it. Got to get a lot of pressure on him. Does very well on the line.
Extremely well. He's in a difficult position. He must manage to readjust himself.
24-19, 4:34. A little bit of a low pass there to himself. Bit of a falcon on Edmondson as well. Picked up for Richardson. And Richardson in and out. Gives Huddy Barclay a bit of a push. It's 24-20.
Over in the other court, folks, 16-15.
I believe that's Auckland Rhinos that are leading the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede. As we've got a 60-second timeout.
There'll be plenty to discuss here for both teams in this timeout, in particular for Canterbury Red. They're only trailing by 4 now.
Yeah, amazingly, still a lot of game to go. We've still got another half.
That's right, still another half to go. And it's pretty high scoring and close as well.
If you were with the Canterbury Red side, what would you be saying?
Canterbury Red side, I think you just want to be tidying up that defence a bit. You know, it's got better as the match has gone on, but it's particularly just on these short part areas of the key is where the Canterbury Black are slipping in. So, and they're countering very well, Canterbury Red. I'll give them that. They're just going to shore up that back defence.
Yeah, I think for Canterbury Black, it's just using the ball correctly and not panicking. Edmondson back with the ball from Canterbury Red. Sides around Eds Carter. Down to Greg Mitchell. He's back on court after a substitution. 25-20, 4:03 to play second period, first half. At to Royal Padaha Arena. Team White calls to a inbound. Stolen from Cairo though. Can be read for another turnover. That's what I said. Black needs to slow things down as Huddy Barclay goes towards the key. Gives it to Edmondson. Shaping up in the middle, can't. Aston Mitchell there being a nuisance. Now trying to go through and no try. 8 seconds in the key.
Yep, that's a good call there by the officials. Edmondson and Aston were both spinning around each other. Well, both of them are going to get dizzy for a while there.
Some substitutions come on. I actually thought Greg Mitchell was on call, but no, he is now. Ian Simpson and I was getting the other players there. Sorry, 41.
Yeah, that is Craig Wilson.
Craig Wilson, that's right.
Craig Wilson onto the court.
And his ball is out. And still stay with Black.
Canterbury Red here. Fine Richardson, but she's boxed in.
Yeah, good pick, but great pass to Team Warner. Greg Mitchell giving chase.
Oh, he's done well. Extremely well to slow down Timawana. Richardson is a little opening if she can get it through. She can't.
No, good D there from Wilson. Eventually gets over 25-21. Canterbury Red lead. 3:09 left, second period, first half.
$18 all now in the other court. There's Mitchell. Oh, he just slides through easy as you like.
Well, the big thing is if the brand makers working a Stampede get up over there, they could be playing Auckland 2 hours late, couple hours for the Div 1 final.
Oh, wow.
If Canterbury Black lose.
Yeah.
Gotta love sport when there's about 100 things that can happen.
Oh, exactly right. Oh, brilliant play. Good work there by Aston Mitchell to block off his father and allows Richardson to go over. Margin back down to 2.
That's all of a sudden happened very quickly. Greg Mitchell this time with ball. Asking the players to do some screening. And you get round Aston score the 27th, 27-22, 2:23 left. Ball there to Richardson on that left wing. It's up and down from Mitchell. Looking at options and goes through a hole. Does well. Some patient rugby from Richardson. 27-23, 2:07 left.
Entertaining first up in this Canterbury clash. And it's father and son again. Oh, good one. Bounce pass over to Edmondson. Just had an intruder in our commentary box.
Oh, we did.
Yep. That disappeared, though.
And there's no touch on the inbound. So we back with red.
We might have to put some barbed wire up in this commentary box if we keep getting people invading us.
Oh, look, I had all sorts yesterday. Kids picking up my extension cord, the pens, I don't like to name names, but they're Cameron Leslie's kids. Greg Mitchell goes through a hole. Some good work there from Andrew Edmondson. 29-23, 1:42 left. Long ball down court. Richardson giving chase. She should get there, will she? Yes, she does quite comfortably in the end. 29-24.
That's some work there by Richardson again, doing extremely well.
Another Mitchell on Mitchell experience. Richardson helping Aston, and Edmondson scores. This period's actually been a lot quicker than the first, it feels.
Well, we had that technical issue on the halfway through the first quarter, which
Oh, now, Huddy, you're just talking sense, aren't you?
Yes.
This ball down to Richardson, takes it just below her knees. And Edmondson can't stop her. 30-25, 108 left. 20 apiece on the other court. Between Auckland Rhinos and the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede. Last games of round one before finals. Straight 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4 in both divisions, but we've still got another game of Division 2 coming up.
That's right. No, plenty more action of wheelchair rugby on display here today.
We were discussing the last time I streamed it here, and I actually think you were commentating with me when we had like a double overtime.
Yes, we did. Yep, I remember that very well. And that would not end.
Richardson going towards the corner. Mitchell trying to push her out and can't. 31-26. 37 seconds left. It's a tournament organiser's worst nightmare, actually, that is, because you're worrying about flights and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about flights, there was a player yesterday in the game that I commentated on yesterday. He went to a party in Auckland on Friday. He was supposed to fly out of Auckland early, and the flight got cancelled, and so he didn't arrive till halftime.
Well, at least he got there. Half day, Charlie.
He was supposed to start too.
Edmonton's trying to wind down the clock. He gets a bit of help there from Aston Mitchell. As a coach's timeout called by Canterbury Black. And that means it's inside the last minute of the game. They'll advance the ball up to the front court.
Mm.
Just waving out to somebody I know.
Oh, yes. Right. Very popular person, dude.
For the good and bad, mate. I still believe I could go in the middle of Africa somewhere and someone would still know me.
Yeah, they probably would, yeah. Yep.
32-26, 2.7 seconds. How long have you been doing Huddy Sports?
It all started in June 2019. I was teaching at St. Bernard's College at the time, and our first 15 were going to play Francis Douglas that day. And I thought, well, I might just pull my phone out and do it. And I had a few kids helping out, and we broadcasted that game. And it was really during COVID, the first year of COVID, 2020 and 2021, where it really took off because people couldn't, of course, go and watch games under level 2 conditions. And all of a sudden we started having people asking us to do this and that, and it just kept growing and growing ever since. So it's been non-stop.
Always fun. It's half time, 32-26. Canterbury Red leading Canterbury Black.
Right, here we go.
Hoki Maano, welcome back. See, second half and I find my words.
Still waking up, Bevin.
Oh, yeah, it'll probably take me till I get back to mine to wake up. It's Canterbury Red leading 32-26 over Canterbury Black. Canterbury Black with the ball. We've already had one held ball already in this game. What are you looking at there on court, Brad?
I just like the battle between the two Mitchells at the moment. I've been pretty impressed with Richardson as well. She's been very aggressive and is not afraid to collide. So it's big. Oh my goodness! Even though it's 32-26, I think this is still anyone's game.
Yeah, long way to go. 2 8-minute period. Stop clock left. Game 1, day 2. Bevin, Jenkinson of Bez Broadcasting. Brad Hudson of Huddy Sports. As Richardson finds a hole. And the margin now 5.
So she's going to be key for the rest of this game, Richardson, particularly for Canterbury Red.
Suddenly Barclay, long ball down to Andrew Edmondson from New South, but pretty much smack bang in the middle of the city. Sydney, he
Yeah.
said. I tried pressing him where he was from. He goes, Sydney. I go, yeah, we're about to know, just Sydney.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. Red sitting back on D. Quite a bash through. Can't. Backs out of the key. Trying to find this left post. And looking backwards. Anthony Barclay doing well. It's Aston Mitchell. And Edmondson getting his hand in the way. Cockle's there. No, Aston Mitchell's going to pick it up. 5 seconds left on the try clock.
Oh,
And 40-second violation. The turnover had happened as well, but yeah, the hooter went pretty much simultaneous.
that is one impressive hooter as well, too.
Yeah, well, again, that's down to John Coulson and his magic that he does with it. Actually scared the living daylights out of one of his kids.
Oh,
As this is trailed out. And we'll stay with red. I still look at this with the try clock in wheelchair rugby. It didn't come in until after Beijing Paralympics. And the scores there were so low
yeah.
before the shot clock came in. As Fido down to Huddy. Barclay tipped it on. It's been cleaned up by Mitchell. Now Ken Black capitalised. That margin is back to 6. Does well, does Richardson stay in the front half? Fido fighting, can't, with Mitchell. And Aston Mitchell scores the 28, 33-28. Andrew Edmondson having a cool inbounder as he was tied up with Richardson. There for Huddy Barclay.
And if Edmondson can get this, he will. Tries to defend Mitchell out of the way. Oh, excellent pass indeed. Get there for Irel. I think that's correct.
Fido.
Yeah, Kaido, that's right. Yes. Yep. Sorry, I was just trying to fiddle with all the papers I've got in front of me. So
I thought I had it bad sometimes. As Richardson wins the race against Huddy Barclay. 34-29, 5:40 left, third period. Ball from Canterbury Black is just in the key. Conserve some energy. See what Red are trying to do on attack, sorry. And four on the key going against Donald Corkle. To sit in the bin. There's the chance that he can award a penalty try. Which is, pretty self-explanatory.
that's right.
If it happens in his active scoring.
Well, how long's his period in the cinnamon for?
There'll be another 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Or a try from Canterbury Red.
Yep.
Also a lot more to that, but there's no point complicating everyone.
No.
Yes, this actually might be our first equipment timeout.
Yes, it looks like it too. Yes, he's looks like he's damaged his wheel.
Every team experienced. Coral Hidemaya. I can't see who the other one is, but Coral is manager and carer for the Wheel Blacks. Actually, sorry, they've gone with the ball. There's Anthony Barclay, top of the basketball key. Finds a hole in that left corner. 34-30. Sorry, 35-29, I should say. 5:12 left.
Suspension's over as well. He puts his hands up in celebration.
There's another turnover from Canterbury Red. And again, just those small little things not happening for Canterbury Black.
Putting down the court. It's Minefield in the middle, but it bounces out in favour for Edmondson. They'll sail over to make this 37-29. And it looks like here Canterbury Black have just extending out this lead further now.
Yeah, well, I call this the championship round, championship period. Uh, called championship round in golf, the third round. Because often we see things won and lost.
Exactly right. That's common in a lot of sports. Basketball, well, the third quarter is often seen as most vitally important out of all of them.
Mitchell coming towards the centre, switches to the left, and Huddy Barclay can stop him off camera on it. Carson's done, Paulson, sorry, has done very well. She almost copped one in the head.
Yeah.
Ball down to Edmondson. Edmondson says hello to Aston Mitchell. And bit of stop go. Still stuff there, but 38-30. 4 minutes left in this third period. 4. Over on the other court, it's 27-24. I have a funny feeling that's the Waikato, the brand makers Waikato Stampede that are leading against Auckland.
Yeah, looks like it too.
Aston Mitchell will score. Tell you what, though, there was one of the Auckland supporters here, Brad, that's wearing the most horrible jersey possible this morning. The Broncos.
Yes, well, yeah, unfortunately the Warriors didn't quite get the W last night.
No.
No.
That's a good play there on that right-hand corner, right-hand wing, sorry. It makes it back to a 7-point margin.
Thirty-one, 39, 31, 3.5 minutes to go. Aston Mitchell got defenders tailing them. Well, unfortunately, the try line was averted by the defence by Canterbury Black.
It was just goes back to the top of halfway, just reset. Ask your defenders to do some screening. There might be a hole there on the right note. Edmondson shuts it down. And nice try there to Mike Todd. Was sitting on the line. He wasn't, though.
Mike Todd, he's New
Zealand
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Zealand development coach. Yes. I think the clock started at the wrong time by the sound of things. We'll go back to the last try. There's the Huddy Barclay. Going to the left. Pretty much has the court to himself. Aston Mitchell says hello as well. This game just really getting away from Canterbury Black at the moment. 40-32, 2:37 left.
Certainly is, an 8-point margin now. Richardson, though, can she go all the way? Oh, good. Good diversion through the defence. Almost got through, and it's good pass to Todd, who goes over.
Yeah, some nice teamwork there. That's a coach's timeout called here by Red. It's interesting. They're the ones that are dominating at the moment.
No, they've certainly done the better in this quarter.
I think sometimes, though, when you've got so much momentum going your way, you want to reset. Make sure you don't lose that momentum.
Exactly, correct.
You've got changes to both sides. Greg Mitchell, Andrew Edmondson, Craig Wilson, and Ian Simpson, on court for Canterbury Red. Canterbury Black, it's Mike Todd, Donald Corkle, Aston Mitchell, and Jacinta Richardson. It's nice ball there to Edmondson, sorry. 41-33, 2:12 left. Jenkinson, a bit of a drag race, and Greg Mitchell.
They've had a few of those today. A few heavy collisions between the two. Mitchell doing extremely well in the fence. Richardson goes to give it over to Ashton Mitchell, who spills around well. Todd's there, unmarked. Gives it out to Richardson, who's to swivel around. The options aren't there for her.
Right, patience is key. And some good work there by Donald Corkle.
That's a fantastic work indeed.
%90% of wheelchair rugby is played off the ball, and I think that's that's understating it. Greg Mitchell goes over halfway. Richardson tries to force him back, but doesn't. Yeah, nice little floaty pass there to Edmondson, 42-34. 1:21 left, third period. First period of the second half.
Oh, Brown. Todd's got it. Gives that to Richardson. And that is very easy indeed.
Tell you what, I've had a few games, both in one tournament and trainings, and I wish I could just glide down the court like most of these guys do. Nice ball there, Edmondson, unmarked though.
Speeding up the time.
Yeah, well, it's great when the scoreboard's on your side, isn't it? Coming up at 10:45 New Zealand time, it is Bay Plenty Steamrollers taking on the Manawatu Mustangs.
Great names, those ones. Mustangs and Steamrollers.
Well, here's a question for you. Do you know why the Steamrollers?
Not too sure, actually.
Yeah. Aston Mitchell gives the good pushes of the Bay Plenty team of the Steamers.
That's right.
It's like the Otago side to the Otago Wheelanders. Yeah, some very interesting names in sport these days at times. Here's Edmondson holds up, 17 seconds left in this third period.
Everyone's counting loudly and proudly there. The countdown.
Just saves you having to look up for that split second. We all know what happens when you look up for a split second in rugby. Yes. I think it might have been a contact warning. There's no player being taken over there, so yeah, when
Yeah.
when the ball is dead, so like after a try or something like that, you can't actually go in and gain and make contact to gain an advantage before the whistle goes again.
Oh, wow.
You're allowed one warning per half. Second time you get a play in the bin.
They get it away quickly. Oh, great pass. Great work there by Canterbury Red.
Went well for them. 44-37, 1 second left, third period. Don't forget, you can watch these games back on Facebook for the next 30 days. After that, they'll be uploaded to Bev's Broadcasting YouTube channel,
Yes, Facebook brought on that new rule this year, haven't they?
which I'm sure made total sense to them.
Yeah.
Mitchell to Wilson, and he's going to hang on to it. At the end of the third period, as we get to the last, it is.
Hmm.
Okay, my honor, welcome back. Third period action. Last period action we'll go with, actually. Day two, game one. At the moment, it's Canterbury Red against leading Canterbury Black, which can make things interesting as Big Mitchell goes through. This is the last game before the finals today. Currently, Auckland beating Waikato. We could end up with, I think Auckland now are pretty much guaranteed of being in the final at 12:45, but the old abacus might have to come out to work out who they play.
Might have to.
Richardson moving around. Edmondson rides over. 45-38, 7:39.
Oh, excuse me, just a frog in the throat there. Keepers. But yeah, hopefully we can see a resurgence from Canterbury Red here.
Ball is loose. Picked up there by Mitchell. Turnover for Canterbury Black. They do manage to make a miraculous comeback and win. They will go through the final, regardless of the other results. Canterbury Red chasing the first win of the weekend. Nice ball there, but intercepted by Richardson. He should go on your left side there.
Minder of a game, Richardson today. Has been very powerful on attack and defence, skillful.
With Mitchell, just a nice little trunk move there. The over-bodied player moves himself back into the middle. Now he goes to the wing. And here's a couple of opposition players on him. Spins around, goes through and scores 45-41. Yes, on the other court, Auckland Rhinos leading 32-29 against the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede at the end of the third quarter.
It's probably the biggest margin in that game.
Yeah. There's Mitchell off to Edmondson. They convert their turnover, the first one of the last period. Coming up at 10:45 New Zealand time. Bay of Plenty taking on Manawatu here live on the New Zealand, live on the Facebook page, wherever you're watching it. I know that I've got this going on a few pages. Already linked on the page. Richardson scores 47-41. Could actually say no. Unfortunately, the Canterbury page won't be live for it. It's Canterbury aren't playing. Mitchell has his son with him on D. Now trying to split the hole and manages to get off Ants Carter.
Wow, 47-41. It's and a half to go.
That hurts even more because now it's back over to 48.
That's right, 48 now. So Canterbury Red can hold this lead, which they have for most of the game. It's been a pretty consistent margin they've held.
So just trying to work out what's happening here. Okay, no, the inbound's still happening.
Yeah. Something was going on. Jeepers.
Very Red sitting back in the tee, waiting.
Richardson, oh, that's tight hole to get through, and she's done well.
Yeah, Team Miner just helping there, just holding up the defensive player. Greg Mitchell to Andrew Edmondson. Good morning to you if you are watching Brad Dudley, the Australian Steelers coach, who's turning in Tauranga. Richardson has it.
Keep an eye on the players. It looks like we've got someone's players stuck together down there in the.
He seemed to be, and he's got a backboard violation.
Yep. Oh, they've released each other now, so that's good.
Yeah, 2-on-1 tying up Aston Mitchell that time.
Show the little fella who's boss.
Oh, definitely. It's on the fingertips there from Mitchell. And then they turn around and I completely forgot which direction they were going in. They scored 50-42, 5:17 left. I've actually seen at World Championships in 2018 where they went the wrong way.
Yeah. Here's Richardson again. She's had a strong game. That was over 5 minutes to go, 50-43.
A bit of time off.
Yeah. Boom.
All right, timeout taken. And Canterbury Red wasting no time at all. Bring up 51. It's 43 with 5 minutes left.
Crucial moment of the game now for Canterbury Red. Canterbury Black team is looking favourable to win. The Canterbury Red are fighting hard to try and win this contest. Now 51-44.
Yeah, turn over those from Black. They need, because it could come down to goal difference if three teams are tied.
That's right, yeah. So they'll be getting the old manual out to work that out.
Here's Richardson. Goes through the middle. Sticks out of the key. He wanted time to get out of the key, which he does. Won't spend more than 8 seconds in the key. Here's the ball over. Straight to Kaido, and it's our second 40-second time
That's right.
violation.
Yeah, the second one of the match, yeah.
I said to myself in my head, I go, does that work?
Yeah.
What's the best way to watch a fishing competition?
Hmm.
No, question for you.
Oh, a fishing competition.
What's the best way to watch a fishing competition?
Oh, just back at the clubhouse.
No, online.
Online, oh, geez. Probably a drone.
I got told that one yesterday. Is Huddy Barclay scores 53-44. Over on the other court, 33-31. Assuming Canterbury Red here, the margin on that court doesn't actually matter because if three teams are tied, it's the difference between the games played between those three teams. As Richardson finally gets out, does she? No. 8-second violation, no bounce or pass. She's had a few of those this weekend, and especially, I mean, she's not that old. She's quite young.
Yeah.
So, maturity things and all that. Don't know if I in the definition of maturity sometimes. There's some substitutions coming on for Canterbury Black. Climb back in. There with Edmondson. Meets with Richardson. Goes around Weston Mitchell. And a slight illegal use of hands. I think basically grabbed the shoulder there.
Can't do that, no.
Well, here's a quick question for you, Brad. What can you do
Very good.
when you're a defender?
I mean, defender, smash. Smash
No, I
with
mean
you.
with the ball.
Oh, the ball. Oh, good question, actually. Just have to go try and whack it out of the hand. That's all you can do, I
Yep.
imagine. Yep.
So you can only strike the ball.
Yeah.
You can't strike the ball carrier. So every red they'll try and use this all up. Margin in this game, because this margin will count. To see who's second, third, and fourth. Yeah, a bigger margin, more likely.
Mm-hmm.
As Edmondson scores 53, 44, 2:37 left. Second biggest margin, I think, of the weekend stolen.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of a risky pass. Stolen there by Edmondson.
Yeah, again, it's just the lack of those get out of jail free cards. The player, 30-second player,
Yeah.
timeouts. And Sydney Barkley goes straight through the middle. And now it's 10. Double digits, 54, 44.
Largest margin of the game.
I'd say it's the second largest margin of the weekend.
Yeah.
Had some very tight ones. Jenkinson down to Mitchell. And Anthony Barkley can't get there.
No, he couldn't get him in time. Mitchell sails over.
It's time off. Time off for a coach's timeout on the other court, 33-32. Though the Brandmakers working at Stampede are going to lock things back up. 33 all. If they manage to get up there, though, we'll play Auckland in the finals.
Yeah, geez.
We don't need the Abacus
No.
if they win. 7:05 left in the last quarter, I think, over there. It's time back on with Canterbury Red with full.
Actually had a fast quarter over here this time.
Oh, look, come on, Brad. We said that in the last period, and it ended up not being.
No, exactly.
There's a legal player leaving the court. And it's a penalty try, 55-45.
So Todd gives it to Richardson. Just around Everson. Just wrapped in there. Finds Mitchell. And he'll sail over and score. Push that margin back down to 9. Only got a minute and 45 left, though.
But loose, cleaned up by Edmondson. Richardson saying hello. Still blocking. Going to get the ball over halfway in 12 seconds. And that ball's dribbling along the halfway line.
Perfectly, too.
There for Huddy Barkley. The thing is, though, that Aston Mitchell's quite wary of being in the backcourt, touching it in its front. Margin back to 10, 56-46.
Bit of concern here for Aston Mitchell. Like he's something's not going too well for him here.
You like to make a substitution. Looks as though he's copped a bit of a whack to the hand.
Yeah. Bit of pain there for a bit.
So, Ents Carter coming on the court.
So, minute 6 left, 55-46. Canterbury Red trailing.
Yep, although leading by 2 at the moment, so still about to make it 3, so that could be a still need the Abacus situation.
Yes, sure do.
Kaito. It's being boxed in by teammates and defenders. The hands coming in from Ents Carter, made his debut last month with the World Blacks at the World Wheelchair Rugby Challenge. And Kaito goes over backwards.
Good work and under extreme pressure there. Kaito does well.
Didn't panic at all, but
No.
very calm, cooled and composed
Richardson. Trying to get round Barkley. Sandwiched in the middle there. Tried to close Carter. Carter comes in to help. So we've got 10 seconds left. And Richardson will just eat out a little bit of time just to score the last point.
So, Evanson's gone out of court here.
Mm.
Let's wait and see what the call is. Right, try scored.
Yep.
6:47, we've got 3.7 seconds on the clock, and Reds called a timeout. So the ball up court. It's a reminder coming up at 10:45 that is Bevin taking on Manawatu, Division 2, the last game before finals. As Barkley manages to score in a second. Doesn't start till it's touched on court. As Richardson will wind down the clock. And that is full time. I can tell you that Auckland are through to the final, but this result being 57-47, going to be a tight one there. To decide who Auckland play.
Yeah, will certainly be. We'll be getting that book out to see who goes through to beat Auckland in the final. I remember Auckland were in the final 2 years ago as well when we were last here at Te Arena. A pretty dominant team.
Yeah, Canterbury Red winning this one 57-47 over Canterbury Black. Back at 10:45, it is Bevin Steamrollers taking on the Manawatu Mustangs.